Wow, I almost forgot to join you guys tonight. Yes, good evening, everybody. It is the Sunday edition of WrestleScope Live. I am the Icon Jonny K. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry, I am feverishly working on getting us onto TikTok, and for whatever reason, my iPad is acting weird. All right, we're going to get this going as we speak. But as we are doing this, don't forget, as always, oh my goodness, no, we don't want that. That's why it's good. This is not going to be part of the podcast. There we go. As always, do not forget, hello, TikTok. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we are live with something here on WrestleScope TV. Oh, we got to get our busy light going. Yes, we need the busy light. We got the best announcer trophy up here as well. And don't forget also, you can visit our link tree. It is the link everywhere, wherever we may be. Sorry, my computer is acting strange here. Wherever you are watching us right now, you can go to the link tree in the bio and you can see all of our different social medias wherever we may be. Check it out. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Live. Also, our boy, I'm just having brain farts tonight. My goodness, this is just terrible. Our Amazon wish list as well. This is not a good way to start WrestleMania week, is it? It really is not a good way to start WrestleMania week. But we are officially now in WrestleMania week. It is here. It officially kicks off tomorrow night with the Go Home Raw, which I am not overly confident about. I do not believe it's going to be a good show. We've got Raw tomorrow night, NXT 2.0 on Tuesday, AEW on Wednesday, Impact on Thursday, and then it really hits hard coming up on Friday. But I've got a full breakdown. If you happen to be in the Dallas, Texas area, oh my goodness, it is going to be absolutely crazy kicking off on Thursday. I'm just going to run these down real quick. It is unbelievable, all the different shows that are going to be going on. Glory Pro Wrestling at 11 a.m. on Thursday. Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 8, 3 p.m. in Dallas. This is all on Thursday. AAA invades WrestleCon at 5 p.m. Insane Hardcore Wrestling Extreme Combat at 5 p.m. in Fort Worth. MLW Intimidation Games. Iconic Heroes Wrestling Experience. ROW and WCPW Texas Showdown Day 1. Control Your Narrative Awakening at Gillies in Dallas, Texas. Joey Janela's Spring Break 6 Part 1. Then you get Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show. Tomohiro Ishii and Timothy Thatcher are going to be in a match at that show. That's going to be nuts. Dark Arts Entertainment and Full Blown Pro Wrestling Ghouls Night Out. GCW Planet Death. I love this. At 11:59 p.m. on Thursday night. And then we get into Friday. That's when it starts going absolutely crazy. JCW versus LA Fights. ROW WCPW Texas Showdown Day 2. Zicky Dice's Trouble in Paradise 2. MLW's Azteca Underground. For the Culture. Zello Pro in Fort Worth, Texas. NJPW Lone Star Shootout, including, Jay White, Juice Robinson, David Finley will be there, Rocky Romero, Minoru Suzuki, Killer Cross versus Minoru Suzuki. Holy cow. Blake Christian versus Jonah. That's going to be an unbelievable match as well. Zawa Live, the Guavamania 2, Texas Style Wrestling, and of course, Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, Gringo Locos the World on Lucha, DFW All Pro Wrestling, SmackDown, No Peace Underground, Martinez Entertainment Lucha Leyendes, and Impact Wrestling Multiverse of Matches. Impact and ROH having pay-per-view shows on that Friday night. Look out. And then we get to Saturday. WrestleMania Saturday, but Joey Janela, he's got his Spring Break Part 2 at midnight. Impact Provincial Wrestling Federation, also at midnight. NXT Stand and Deliver. World Class Pro Wrestling. WrestleCon USA versus the World. David Richards is going to be on that show. Rachel Ellering, Sam Adonis. Let's see who else we got. Gringo Loco, Bandito. Lots of great talent on that one. Effie's Big Gay Lunch. Yep. Texas Mania 3. Turning Point Turmoil Roughhouse. Soar Pro Wrestling. Mission Pro Wrestling. There we go. Thunder Rosa's organization, Mission Pro Wrestling. I want to go to one of the. I would love to see Mission Pro Wrestling live someday. Texas Mania 3, Rampage Wrestling. Texas Mania 3 has another one. Unsanctioned Pro Mulligan. This is Manly. And of course, WrestleMania Night 1. Lucha Maniacs in Arlington. Metroplex versus the World. Texas Mania 3. Texas Mania, they've got like a whole bunch of shows going on that night. Wow, World Class Pro Wrestling and Reality of Wrestling. And then Sunday, Black Label Pro Norm. This is all stuff going on in the Dallas, Dallas, Arlington, that whole area. It is like overload of wrestling. Texas Mania 3 has 4 different shows. WrestleMania Night 2. World Class Pro Wrestling again, another Texas Mania show, 2 more to round out that night. That is crazy. And I know WrestleMania weekend tends to be like this in a lot of cities. I'll get to you guys, your comments here in just a minute. I know I've missed a few here on TikTok. Hola, David. There is a lot going on, but I want to talk about the major shows this week, especially going into the later part of the week. Hey, Lucas. How's it going? Brian, nothing you will miss the first night. Okay. And Stand and Deliver is actually Saturday morning. It is 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. So, yes, it is the same day as WrestleMania, but it will be hours earlier. There will be at least 6 hours in between the end of Stand and Deliver and the beginning of WrestleMania. So let's just talk about the main shows. Obviously, Friday night, you've got SmackDown. You have Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. You have Impact Wrestling's multiverse of matches, which a very interesting situation there. You have, oh, wait, she's not listed on the card. Hold on a second. Oh, there she is. Yeah, Deonna Purrazzo is wrestling for Impact Wrestling's multiverse of matches, which starts at 9 p.m. She is also the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, even though she is contracted to Impact Wrestling. So what is going to happen? Is Tony Khan going to be able to work out a deal with Impact Wrestling to have her appear maybe in the opening match of Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, and wrestle anybody on that show as the champion? Will she be willing to do double duty that night? Because let's see, how far? Let's find out. How far is Garland, Texas from Dallas? I'm curious to see here. To Dallas, Texas. It's a 30-minute drive depending on where in Dallas you are going to. So somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. So realistically, Deonna Purrazzo could appear at both shows that night. She could be at both shows, which would be very interesting. I don't know if it's going to end up happening. I'm sure Tony Khan will have some sort of an announcement. He teased last week that he's going to have a bunch of announcements coming up this week on social media about things that are going on with AEW, things that are going on with Ring of Honor. So, but I mean, you've got a big show. Let's talk about Supercard of Honor first. You've got the ROH World Championship unification match between Bandito and Jonathan Gresham. The ROH World Tag Team Championships, the Briscoes and FTR, which is probably the match I'm excited about the most for the entire weekend. The ROH Pure Championship, Josh Woods against Wheeler Yuta. Jay Lethal, I forget who it was that called me out on this yesterday. You're correct. Jay Lethal versus Lee Moriarty, which is going to be a really good match. Alex Zane versus Swerve Strickland. That's Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, and I'm sure there's going to have to be at least one more match announced. At least, if not two. I can't see them going with just 5 matches. They've got to have a 6th. At least 6. But we shall see. All right, and then let's take a look at Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling has the Good Brothers. Interesting. Guess which tag team is working 2 shows that night? The Briscoe Brothers are scheduled to be taking on the Good Brothers at Impact Wrestling Multiverse of Matches. Eddie Edwards versus Tomohiro Ishii. Chris Sabin versus Jay White. Deonna Purrazzo against a yet-to-be-determined opponent. Ultimate X match, you get Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, Vincent, Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and Jordan Grace. I'm looking forward to that too. Alex Shelley versus Mike Bailey. Josh Alexander and Jonah versus Moose and PCO. That's going to be a hard-hitting bout. And then Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona versus Mickey James and Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis making his return to Impact Wrestling to get a level of revenge against Matt Cardona. That feud in NWA is not over, and it's going into Impact Wrestling now. That's what I love about the world of professional wrestling right now. Between GCW, Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW, NWA, you've got these matches, these stars and these wrestlers in these matches that can go from promotion to promotion right now. It's really like the old territory days. Somebody asked me yesterday on the weekly show about territories. This is what this really reminds me of, is it's going back to territorial wrestling in a way where wrestlers can go. Now, maybe you're not going to get people going from AEW to Impact unless they get some sort of a partnership deal again. Okay. But, you can have them going to smaller promotions and doing things. I think it's good. I think it would be well served for AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, NWA, even MLW, and New Japan in America to share talent, to allow talent to go back and forth, because the matches, the feuds, and the cross promotion that you can get, they all benefit in the end. What would be wrong? I mean, we've seen it already where the Impact World Champion shows up in AEW. The AEW Tag Team Champions show up in Impact. What harm is there to have champions being promoted in other promotions? Work together for the betterment of the sport. That's the way to do it. Let WWE sit off on the side and do their own thing, but you get 4, 5, 6 other, good-sized organizations working together and having talent go back and forth and do things would be incredible. And I think, this could be the beginning of it this weekend. First of all, with Ring of Honor, obviously with Tony Khan being involved, with Impact Wrestling doing the multiverse of matches. Why couldn't we have some sort of a multiverse type super show, a mega show later this year or early next year? Oh, Tyler, I agree with you. And thank you for checking in on Facebook Live. WWE will never do that. No, but I'm talking all these other organizations, though. Let everybody else do it. Imagine if we ended up with, the massive super card It can be a 2-day full weekend, 3-day full weekend where you get AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan. You get GCW. Maybe you get MLW involved. You get AAA. You get everybody else involved except the WWE. And they could pull off a massive mega show over 2 days in some stadium somewhere, maybe in the southern part of the United States, to help out with AAA or whatever. Imagine that happening. Now, it could be a booking logistical nightmare. I think between Tony Khan and Scott D'Amore, I think they could get along well enough that they'd be able to, okay, yeah, I'd like this talent to go over. Yeah, you can have that talent go over. I think that those two are smart enough businessmen and promoters that they could work it out themselves. There could be a few things that go on, but for the betterment of professional wrestling, that would be incredible. I sincerely hope if it doesn't happen later in 2022, in 2023, let it happen. Do it. Tyler, I agree with you. There is so much wrestling. Don't even know where to start. Like I said, I rattled off that whole big list of all the shows going on in Dallas, and not even including all the, and I don't want to say smaller shows, but smaller shows that are going on, just between, Friday night is going to be nuts because you've got Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, Impact Wrestling, multiverses of matches, SmackDown, Rampage, just right there, those 4 shows. Yep, and GCW, and can't forget about GCW. I'm not going to discount them as well. There is so much. It is crazy. There's just, you'd literally have to, I could pull it off in my studio here. I could have SmackDown on one TV. I could pull up Fight TV on my computer and another TV. I could probably have 3 shows on at once. But first of all, would I want to do that? Probably not. Second of all, could I afford to do that? Absolutely not. He missed his appearance last night. He gets to make an appearance tonight, wearing the appropriate Marvel pajamas. Say goodnight, Jonah. Good night, buddy. Love you. Yeah, he missed his appearance yesterday in the weekly show. Wow. Yeah. So tell me in the comments again, we've got some good conversation going on here. What show? Thank you, Tyler. What show are you most looking forward to this weekend? It could be one of the big 5. Or, it could be one of the smaller shows if you're going to be in the Dallas area. I can tell you off the top of my head, it would be Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. It definitely would be Supercard of Honor. Impact Wrestling Friday night. I don't want to say I'm not the biggest fan of Impact Wrestling. It's hard for me to watch Impact Wrestling because, I can't get Access TV where I'm at, or, with the streaming services I have. I wish, Impact Wrestling, if you could do one thing, please get a better streaming or television deal, please, so I can watch you, because I really would love to watch Impact Wrestling. I mean, this is an incredible show that they've put together. That Ultimate X match is going to be great. Eddie Edwards and Tomohiro Ishii, Saban and Switchblade Jay White, the Good Brothers and the Briscoes. And how are the Briscoes going to be able to pull this off after wrestling FTR just a few hours before that? That's going to be crazy. Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona, Mickie James, Nick Aldis. That's going to be an incredible match too. I mean, that whole card right there, top to bottom, is incredible. Same thing with Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. Like I said, I pretty much guarantee Tony Khan is going to announce at least one more match at least. Probably not 2, because I think he's going to try to be fair. Obviously, he's going to be fair to the Briscoe brothers to give them time to get over to Impact Wrestling. And depending on what happens with Deonna Purrazzo, if she ends up appearing at Ring of Honor as well, which would be huge. You never know what other crossovers you may end up getting. It'd be great. Lucas, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think Access is on YouTube TV either. And back to my question, yeah, Tyler, you don't know either. I would love to be able to. I'm most likely not going to be able to watch either of those shows Friday night because we've got some family stuff going on, and as much as I want to watch these things as a wrestling fan and as a wrestling YouTuber, sometimes family comes first. And if I'm going to be sequestering myself Saturday night and Sunday night, I can't do it on Friday night. Now, I may be able to watch them over the weekend at some point in time. I will decide. I will have to see probably after. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm curious, though. I'm looking at something here. Wow, that is an actually pretty doggone good deal here. So I'm going to promote something for Fight TV here. They are not a sponsor of this show, but I'm going to promote something right now. They have, and I want to make sure I'm not getting this wrong. Okay, they have their, what are they calling this? Their Fight Fest bundle for $75. And you get AAA Lucha Libre invades WrestleCon on Thursday, Mark Hitchcock Memorial WrestleCon Super Show, followed by the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Friday, you get NJPW Lone Star Shootout, Thuzio Super Show Live, and Impact Multiverse matches. And on Saturday, you get USA versus the World. So you're getting 6 wrestling shows plus the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast live. So 7 shows for $75. That's pretty good. Yeah, just to think, it'll be over this week, next week at this time. No, WrestleMania Night 2 will still be going on. We will be probably a half an hour away from Reigns versus Lesnar on Sunday night in a week. So that is actually a really, really good deal from Fight. Again, they're not a sponsor, but if you want to be able to watch all that stuff for $75, that's a pretty doggone good deal, I'll tell you. But I'm curious, though. I just realized something. Ring of Honor. That is really interesting. Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor is not part of that. Oh, you can order that separately. Yeah, we shall see. I mean, boy, I really want to see that show. Yeah, Lucas asking, who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? It's not a pre-taped show. It's not a pre-taped show. That's right. Friday night. And nope. Yep, we are not quite in the future yet, Lucas. So sorry about that. I already did. Oh, hold on. I already did talk about those shows, Tyler. Yes, it's crazy. Joey Janela's got his show. Effie's got his show, GCW, JCW versus LA Fights. Yeah, I plugged all those at the beginning. And again, I don't get, who do I? quite honestly, I don't care because I am so ticked off right now. And if you heard me last night, I am so ticked off about how WWE is booking certain things with, again, with WrestleMania. And let's see, I'm going to check CBSSports.com here to see if they've updated anything. Okay, so here's what we've got. Oh, Tyler, I did it at the beginning of the show, so it's fine. So this is what CBS Sports Line has, or CBSSports.com. Let's see, go back to main, get out of that. How do I X out of this? What? No. Why? Oh my goodness, really? All right, this is what CBSSports.com has for WrestleMania Saturday. They have the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship of the Usos versus Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura, Edge and AJ Styles, Flair and Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then the Stone Cold Steve Austin appearance on the KO show. WrestleMania Sunday, title versus title, Roman versus Brock. The Women's Tag Team Championships, Queen Zelina and Carmella defending against Naomi and Sasha, against Rhea and Liv, against Natalya and Shayna. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. The Raw Tag Team Championships, RK Bro in a triple threat against the Street Profits and Alpha Academy. They are predicting that Finn Balor versus Damian Priest will get added to WrestleMania, and Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. So they are predicting that. I don't think Balor and the only way Balor and Priest happens. Well, maybe it will happen, but there's going to be zero build. There's going to be zero build because you already have those two in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on Friday night on SmackDown. And then you've also got that hideous, basically a handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship between Ricochet and Los Lotharios, which, I'm so sick of how they are booking Ricochet right now. I'm really upset with how they're booking both secondary titles. Wait a second. Danhausen is going to be debuting a new look in AEW? Interesting. Very interesting. You know what? Let's take a look at this story. Let's get away from WrestleMania for a moment. Let's talk Danhausen. Let's see. He was on Conan O'Brien's podcast on his new presentation that's coming soon. Danhausen has a new cape. He has a new entrance theme and a new entrance board. Hopefully they will debut soon, but this is, I think, a first. I don't think anyone knows this. That will be very evil once Danhausen gets in the ring. The bell rings, 1, 2, 3, punch somebody in the groin, and then Danhausen pin them. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so Lucas wants R-Truth to win. I don't really care. Don't forget, we're probably going to be hearing Omos versus Bobby Lashley added to one of the two nights because Lashley will be making his return tomorrow night to Monday Night Raw. So that's why, surprisingly, I thought Omos was going to be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and he was going to be the shoo-in to win it, but obviously that's not going to happen. Yeah, Tyler, these cards for Mania are so meh for me. If I was on my own podcast talking about next weekend, I would still say it. Mania cards for both days looks like lazy booking. For the most part, yes. I'm relatively excited for Roman versus Brock. I am excited for Bianca versus Becky. If Seth versus Cody happens, I'm excited for that. Beyond that, I don't really care. I'm going to watch because, well, as a content creator online for wrestling, I have to. I absolutely have to. Wait, who are you hoping actually wrestles, Lucas? I missed that one. Tyler, I'm assuming you didn't hear that rumor about Omos versus Bobby Lashley. They teased it on Monday night when he was talking about, being dominating. They teased it, and it's going to happen. It's pretty much reported that it's going to end up happening. So I'm sorry, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, gets to have his WrestleMania moment against Omos in what potentially could be the worst match of all of WrestleMania weekend. I'm going to put that out there now, and it's no offense to Bobby Lashley. Oh, you were talking about Danhausen. He will. We had this discussion last night. Danhausen has been injured for a couple of months, but it looks like he's about ready to come back to the ring, which would be good. Yeah, Gable Steveson has said that he was going to be at WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to wrestle, though. I don't think he will wrestle. I think he may make an appearance. If anything, we may see him for the first time Monday night on Raw after WrestleMania. But who knows? I mean, we don't want to overshadow Veer Mahan because Veer is finally coming. He's finally coming on April 4th. So, yeah, think about it. I mean, actually, Mel, WrestleMania week does not end in a week's time. Keep in mind, there's the Raw after WrestleMania. Then there's the NXT 2.0 after WrestleMania. I mean, we're going to have, 13 straight days of wrestling to watch. Going through SmackDown and Rampage, not of this week, but of the following week. There's going to be a lot of wrestling. Well, you and everybody else, Tyler, when none of us care about Veer. Though there's another rumor floating around that they may be tweaking his gimmick. He might show up in an evening gown, a la Emma. Who knows what's going to happen? If they don't do something big with him, what was the whole point of, 5 months? You didn't like that one, huh, Tyler? What was the point of 5 months of promoting? You're excited for Green Shirt Guy. Where is Green Shirt Guy going to show up? I mean, what shows is he going to show up at this coming week? Is he going to be at everything? I don't know. That's going to be the interesting thing is, what people... there's a couple of people online that I know of that are going to be at, like, a gazillion shows this coming week. That I'm going to call one guy out right now, and I appreciate this guy a ton. Nico Extra. I believe he's going to be in Dallas next week. He's going to be at every freaking thing that he possibly can be, because that's just the way Nico is. He's going to show up at, every conceivable thing that he can be. And I'm not going to call out any of the other content creators. There's a few people I'd like to, I don't want to say take shots at, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go down that road. I'm not going to be that guy because, one, I don't want to try getting clout off of anybody else, calling out anybody. Though it's actually funny that I say that because I'm actually, I need to do it tonight. I said I was going to do it last night, and there's a TikTok I have to do tonight and get it out there before it's too late. because don't forget, we talked about this yesterday. Seth Rollins has a meeting scheduled with Vince McMahon at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to talk about WrestleMania. So if I'm going to take my shot, I got to take my shot tonight. And I totally forgot about it today. So I'm definitely going to end up doing that as soon as I am done on this broadcast, which actually will be very soon. I got to take my shot at Seth Rollins. So actually, you know what? I think I'm going to wrap this up because this is going to be a very, very long week. A lot of wrestling. There's going to be a lot of things to talk about. I believe we're going to have quite a bit of news coming out this week. A lot of different things, not just from Tony Khan. I think we're going to be hearing some other things coming up as well. The other thing I wanted to bring up too, the other match I forgot about that is most likely going to be happening is New Day of Kofi and King Woods taking on either Sheamus and Butch or Sheamus and Ridge Holland. That's kind of an on-again, off-again match. It may end up happening for WrestleMania. It could just be added on to SmackDown next week, Friday. Expect at some point in time this coming weekend to see that match. Byron, I don't even know who the sponsors of WrestleMania are this year. Who are they? I haven't even really paid attention. Let us see. Let's see what WWE.com says as far as who the sponsors of WrestleMania. Oh, and lest I forget, do not forget we have the Hall of Fame on Friday night too. The Hall of Fame is Friday night. So let's see. Oh, Snickers and 2K22. Okay. They've been doing a lot with Snickers. Obviously, they're going to be pushing 2K22 a ton. Let's see if they've. Yeah, I like when you go to WWE.com and they list off the matches that they have. WrestleMania Saturday so far, WrestleMania Sunday so far. So. Byron, I have not had a chance to play 2K22 yet. I don't know if I will because I'm not a gamer. I'll openly admit it. I am not a gamer. And everything I've seen so far of the graphics looks great. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been playing, and from what I've seen, it looks really good. Will I play? Eventually, I probably will. Who knows? I just don't have the time nor the interest in playing it, to be perfectly honest. So, but anyways, this is going to be a crazy busy week. If you like watching wrestling content online, my goodness, this is like your perfect week. Because every major and minor content creator that does wrestling on any channel is doing a ton of stuff this week. And I'm another one of those, but I'm just doing my regular daily stuff. The only special thing I have planned for right now is the prediction stream on Thursday, where I will be joined by Callum. I will be joined by Luna Havoc, and I'm still working on one more. And hoping to have a fourth in here. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. That will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. Central time on Thursday. Luna Havoc, if you haven't followed her yet, please check her out on TikTok and on Instagram and Twitter as well. She has posted what she's going to be doing this week. She's got a busy week as well. I can tell you, I could give you a little tease. I have not had an opportunity in either two iterations of this channel to do any interviews yet, but I finally have my very first one in the queue. I have to just work out the details of a day and time, and this is one I am really excited about because this person I don't want to say he's controversial because I don't think he's controversial, but it's going to be a very interesting conversation. We'll just put it that way. And I'm really looking forward to talking to this person. It came out of nowhere over the weekend, and I'm really excited for this opportunity. He responded to me immediately and said, absolutely, yes, I will come on with you. So as soon as I get it locked down, I will announce it. I really look forward to it. It's going to be fun. And it'll really give you guys a chance to see a different side of this channel that I want to do, because again, this channel is for the fans by a fan. I am a fan. I am not a wrestling journalist. I am a wrestling fan. But there's also another side of things that I want to take a look at as well. And hopefully this first interview will be the first of many that I will be able to do. That will be kind of a secondary part of the WrestleScope channel. There's going to be some different things coming in here over the course of the next weeks and months. So I'm really excited for that. And unfortunately, TikTok, I will not be able to do that interview on TikTok. You will have to check out my other channels to be able to do that. It will be on Twitch, it will be on YouTube, and it will be on Facebook Live. So I can tell you that much. As soon as I'm able to get everything scheduled, I'll announce it. But I'm really excited for this one. And again, this is going to be the first of hopefully many, many interviews that I will be doing in the future. I want to get people that maybe don't appear on a lot of other channels as well. I have some other people that in the first go round of this channel, before I took my hiatus back in October, I had a few other people that I was working on some things with that just never transpired. So I'm working on that. I also have somebody that I used to work with in the industry that many, many moons ago, when we were both kind of in the beginning of our wrestling journeys, and he has gone on to some great things. And I've stayed in contact with him. So that's another person I'm hoping to be able to get on the show very soon to kind of talk about the future of this gentleman and what's happening with him. So some great things coming down the pipeline for this channel. I'm really excited for it. Don't forget also, coming up in less than 30 days now, April 25th is that kind of that big benchmark day for me where I want to hit one, two, or all three of my goals for my channels, which is 100 followers on Twitch, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 10,000 followers on TikTok. It's a long road to go. It's a mighty hill to climb, but I know it can be done. And I think if I can knock out one or two of these interviews in the next 2 weeks, it could definitely launch things for me on all of these channels. So, but if you guys can help me out with that, if you're brand new to the channels, if you're just seeing me for the very first time, please, again, go to my link tree and you can follow me on all my channels. But the big ones are YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch right now. If you could, that would be great. But I'm going to get out of here because, well, life goes back to normal around our household tomorrow as spring break has ended for the kids. And we got to send them back to school tomorrow morning, which means I got to get up early. And also I've got some vehicle issues to deal with within the family, which is never fun. So wish me luck. If you're a praying person, please pray for our family this week with both of our vehicles as we're dealing with some issues as well. So thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Get some sleep. Get ready for a crazy, crazy 13 days coming up here in the world of professional wrestling. We're all going to get burned out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And real quick, hold on. Tyler left a couple of comments here about 2K22. Oh, you did play it and you talked about it. And I may have to reach out to you for that one. I've got a request out to somebody else, and we'll see what ends up happening. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for checking in on all the different channels. I am the Icon Jonny K. This is WrestleScope Live. I will be back tomorrow. Don't know. We may end up doing the watch along tomorrow night. We'll see. I'll have to see how my day goes and how I'm feeling. We may suffer through a watch along again tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll have to see. But have a great night, everybody, and we will talk to you tomorrow.